Okay, so imagine this. You're at the library, maybe. You quickly check your Outlook on one of their computers. You close the browser window, think nothing of it, and just walk away. Seems totally normal, right?
Right, standard procedure for most people.
Well, starting February 2025, doing just that could potentially leave your entire Microsoft world open. We're talking emails, documents, Teams, everything.
Yeah, it's a pretty big shift in how Microsoft handles sign-ins. A fundamental change, really.
So what's the actual change? They're basically saying you stay logged in forever.
Not exactly forever, but indefinitely, unless you specifically click sign out or you're using like an incognito or private browsing window.
Indefinitely. Okay. So it's not just the browser remembering your password.
No, it's Microsoft actively keeping your session alive on their end, probably using advanced session tokens, things that don't always clear when you just close the browser.
Wow. That applies across the board, like Outlook 365.
Yep. Outlook, Microsoft 365, your main Microsoft account page. And because it's the main account, it kind of ripples out to all the connected services too. Office, Teams, OneDrive.
Okay, so this immediately brings up that tension, doesn't it? Convenience versus, well, security.
Exactly. That's the heart of it. Microsoft is clearly pushing for convenience, a more seamless, always-on kind of experience.
Makes sense from their side, I guess.
Yeah.
Easier integration between services, maybe better engagement data for them.
Precisely. Think about moving between Word Online, then Teams, then Outlook, without constantly signing back in. It smooths out the workflow across their whole suite.
That convenience comes at a price, especially if you're not on your own private device.
That's the catch. It shifts a significant chunk of the security responsibility, maybe burden is the better word, onto the user, especially on shared computers, libraries, internet cafes, even shared family PCs.
It creates a blind spot most people won't even know is there, right?
Absolutely. People are used to closing the browser being well enough, a reasonable expectation of privacy.
So let's talk about those scenarios. Beyond the library example, where could this really bite someone?
Well, think about a shared computer at work, or even just the family desktop at home where different people log in.
Right, maybe your kid jumps on after you.
Exactly. You forget to manually sign out, you just close the browser. Now, your work emails, potentially confidential stuff, might still be accessible, or someone could accidentally change a document in your OneDrive.
Yikes. And it's not just email or documents, you said it links across everything.
Everything tied to that Microsoft ID. OneDrive, SharePoint, potentially even your Xbox profile if it uses the same account. It's a really broad impact.
Okay, this definitely puts more pressure on us, the users. It makes knowing how to protect yourself really, really important.
Crucial, yeah.
So what are the absolute must-dos, the non-negotiables to stay safe with this change coming?
First thing, the most critical. Always manually sign out. Don't just close the tab or the browser window.
You have to actually click your profile picture, usually top right.
Click the picture, then find and click sign out. Make it a deliberate action.
And you mentioned closing all browser windows, too. Why is that?
Yeah, that's key. Sometimes sessions can kind of linger across different windows of the same browser. So signing out and then closing all related windows is the safest bet to ensure the session is truly terminated.
Got it. Sign out, then close everything. What about if you know you're using a shared computer from the start?
Then your best friend is private browsing, incognito mode in Chrome, private window in Firefox or Edge, whatever your browser calls it.
Because that prevents anything being saved locally.
Exactly. It ensures no cookies, no session data, no history gets left behind on that machine once you close the private window. It's like a temporary self-destructing session.
That seems like the go-to for any public machine then.
Definitely. And one more layer. Multi-factor authentication, MFA.
The extra code from your phone or app?
Right. Even if someone somehow accessed your active session, MFA can provide another barrier, another check, before they can do anything really sensitive. It's always a good idea, but especially relevant now.
So, stepping back a bit, this whole Microsoft change, it feels like part of a bigger trend, doesn't it?
It really does. This constant push-pull between making things super easy, totally seamless for the user, and maintaining robust security and privacy.
We see it everywhere online. Platforms wanting you logged in, engaged, moving smoothly between things.
And often the default settings lean towards that convenience, potentially at the expense of security if you're not actively managing it.
So the final thought for everyone listening, maybe it's time to reflect a little as platforms keep making these kinds of convenience shifts.
Yeah. How do your own habits need to adapt? Are you really logging out or just closing the door, so to speak, on an account that's still wide open?
It's about being conscious of what signed in actually means now and taking those extra steps yourself.
Absolutely. Being mindful, being deliberate, that's becoming more important than ever in our digital lives.